Live. What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome. HO Powertrain Model Railway Edition, right? No heavy equipment today. Uh, but that's coming up also. So stay tuned to that, especially with my heavy equipment. And man, I'm itching to buy another heavy equipment machinery. I got the money, but I don't know if I want to spend it on that. So that means if I don't buy locomotives and scenery and buy a lot of stuff in model railroading, I can save and buy me another piece of machinery. That shit ain't cheap. But with saying that, it reminds me, and just like the title here, it reminds me that model railroading, from what I've been seeing, the prices are getting better. What? I wonder what happened. I guess manufacturers and people, companies kind of got tired of hearing people complain about 350 buck locomotives, For a while, things were so expensive, and some companies still produce high-end stuff for a lot of money. Not everybody got 300 something bucks to throw on a DCC sound locomotive. But if you're wondering, Train World right now, Athearn HO scale, I think it's an Ace. Limited time offer right now is running around 250 before shipping, of course. Shipping is kind of expensive. So it seems like things are getting a little bit better price wise uh, because of they claiming inflation is going down, which I think it is, and I think that's awesome. So people can afford locomotives, DCC and sound especially, for a cheaper price. Okay. Hope that's helped you, and keep an eye out for those things. And of course, if you have train shows to go to, you can get good deals because everybody's competing with everybody, trying to get good deals for their model trains, right? eBay is not bad. I always shop on eBay, and eBay is very good also. So there you go. There you have it. Let's switch you on around, and we're going to get a locomotive going. And we'll get started. Yep, this is my model railroading room. Just one part of my room if you're new to this channel. And we got quite a bit of money in this. And when I built this, things were not cheap. Things were going up, in fact, in price. But again, it looks like if you're trying to get into this, go ahead and search around and look around how stuff is getting a little cheaper. Hey, Bill, how y'all doing? My submarine here is still taking a while to cure, and it's going to be a minute before this cures. I mean, it's still kind of tacky in some spots, but it's getting there. I'm pretty good, Bill. Pretty good, Bill. We're going to run some trains, and we're going to fire this baby up. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that was... I saved a lot of money doing the submarine on my 3D printer. That's another thing. If you want to save money, get you a 3D printer. If you have the money and you're looking to spend a good little chunk of change on something, and you're trying to do a model railroad, get a 3D printer. Get the filament and get a small resin printer, because in the end, it's going to pay off. Okay. It's going to pay off, and you can do stuff like this. People think that having a 3D printer is hard to learn. It's not. If you know how to work a computer, turning it on and off, and uploading files, it's not that hard, okay? So, there she is. The resin, I got the resin for cheaper than what I used to get it for. So that resin for... I think it was a gallon of resin was like 40 something bucks. Oh, Creality Ender, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, Creality Ender always made good stuff. Thanks, Bill. But definitely it's worth your time and effort to get that. I mean, let's just take for example like all these buildings. I'll get to the forefront of this, right? We'll come right here. Like I 3D printed all these. The skyscraper is 3D printed. All I did was find some panels. I chopped the panels, I sized the panels, and I made them, you know, this size so I can print on my 3D printer here. And these two also. So by the time if you had to find this online and you had to get it shipped, I would have a small fortune in doing this. So I'm telling you now, it's very important to get you a 3D printer. So there you have it. So getting back to the train, just like the title says, I've been noticing things are getting cheaper. Maybe inflation. They claim inflation is getting better. You know, and I'm sure not getting fixed, but it's getting better here in America. It seems like the economy is picking up a little bit better. You know, I run a small business, and it seems like it's trying to get better. And of course, like this building, I got this building pretty cheap on eBay. I think this building's like 15 bucks. You can find good deals. Just keep an eye out all the time for this, okay? Stuff like this, you're going to pay a little bit more because it's a Walthers kit. And I think this kit was hard to find. So, again, if you can scratch build it or 3D print it, you're better off. By the time you buy these kits, it can get expensive. These building flats you see back here, another good way to save money. You buy a cheap building flat and you enhance it with some sides. There you have it. And there's our train. She's pulling slow. There you go, buddy. There's your rolling stock right there. Always gotta pull that slow. So yeah, man, I think we're on a roll now with finding stuff cheaper now. Again, I'm always on the lookout. I'm always Googling stuff. And you got to find the best price for your buck, you know. And right now, Train World got some good deals. So I definitely will go try them out if you get a chance. Oh, yeah, Train Guy. I'm telling you, again, if you have the money, 3D printers come so far. They came so far, and they got so many competition in 3D printing that everybody makes a good 3D printer. Creality Ender's good, Flash Forge is good, what is it, Anycubic in the resin. I would like to get a resin, but I'm afraid of it. But yeah, I kind of need to get a resin. So there we go. That's a Walthers DC, and you'll always be saving money with DC locomotives. That I can guarantee you, and there's nothing wrong with running DC locomotives. People might think that's something from the past, DC, you know, but DC still has it all day long. DCC, you know, it's a little bit more fancier, but again, you're going to spend more money. And in the end, we want to save that money. I know I do. I done spent enough in here. I got my railroad where I need it to be. Okay. I'm pretty much laid back with my railroad. I'm not adding any additions on. It's big enough. I'm happy with it. And now I'm moving on with a lot of my heavy equipment and you know, my die-cast hobby, but mainly my heavy equipment this spring to kind of get that stuff moving again, because that shit wasn't cheap, and I'm tired of looking at it on a shelf. Yeah, better detail. Yeah, resin, definitely. Hell yeah. There you go, buddy. It's our BNSF Walthers and our Union Pacific Walthers. At the time, I think I gave like 170 for each locomotive, which that wasn't bad, and they're brand new. I don't believe in getting crap. I'm not a junk buyer. I don't buy junk. That's just me. Kind of like buying lemons, and you can never fix a lemon, and you know it keeps giving you issues. Just buy something good and be done with it. I find pretty good deals on eBay. I bought 16 freight cars in Athern. And Athern Genesis. I sent you an email with photo. Oh, did you? Did you just send that, Bill? I got to check my email. Thanks, downstairs. I appreciate it. Sweet. Now, of course, you know, stuff that you can scratch build, such as this bridge here. That's just some 1/4-inch dowels you get from Walmart. And you can scratch build this stuff all day long, guys. And it's got down to 15 degrees in here. And right now it's around 28 degrees, and that train is running beautiful. So they full of shit with constricting and expanding. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Boy, you hear that all the time with people. And it's going to constrict when it gets cold, and it's going to expand when it gets hot. Well, I'm still waiting for it. 5 years. Oh, 2 weeks ago. I got to check that out, Bill. I haven't been looking at my email. I've just been worried about work and getting through life, my friend. But I'm going to look at that. I'm hoping to start streaming like, hell yeah, trains, yeah, stream, bro. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. You stream that, my friend. Stream your stuff. Get with it. Show your stuff off. That's what, you know, that's... Especially if you're doing it by yourself and, you know, you want to stream and show your stuff, you know. YouTube is free. A lot of people think that YouTube, oh, man, I'm this big YouTube thing. And YouTube is free. Anybody can YouTube. It's just the way it is. Oh, shit, boy. Of course, we run locomotives here, and we tell you the facts on how things work. And that's a big part of my channel, is telling you facts on how things work. Because we do it over here. We have experience. Our railroad represents that. And if stuff works over here, I guarantee you it'll work like on a regular, smaller layout. That's a good running train right there. Oh, that's okay, trains. I think once you get to 50, you get to live stream, my friend. I hope you get there, and good luck on your journey. You'll get there. Just keep posting, buddy. Keep posting. Keep posting, my friend. Don't give up. Do not give up. Just keep posting. Screw the haters. If you're doing it on YouTube, you're going to have a lot of hate and shenanigans. Screw that shit. If you get the hate, don't worry. They're just jealous. Keep doing your thing, bro. You'll get them days. Hobby of our vision. That's true. Yep. Oh, yeah, Bill. Yeah, my machine shop. Yeah, I got to get back in there. Got to finish this bad bitch right here. That excavator. Because that's going to go in my dirt pit coming up pretty soon. She runs. She runs nice. But I got to finish the skeleton part. Oh, yeah, train. Yeah. Heck yeah. You knew, and yeah. Everybody had to start somewhere, you know. And definitely. Just don't give up, my friend. You'll get them days where, you know, it's going to be slow. The train hobby is slow. I'll tell you that right now. It's slow. The niche is small. And a lot of the... How can I say this? Um, People believe in bigger channels, even though bigger channels don't know what the hell they're talking about. And just because they show a video nice in quality and the edits are good doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean anything. But the problem with that is YouTube's algorithm is geared to that. Okay, it's not geared to somebody that's good old boy just trying to make it. It's not geared for that. It's geared for editing. It's geared for lighting, beautiful, if it looks good, which we don't do that here. I'm not an algorithm sucker. I don't do that. I do it for the people that enjoy to know the realism of things, okay? Uh, People are going to fake it to make it, if you know what I mean. You get that a lot. And today in the real world, that's a problem in the real world, where you faking it to make it. And you know, if you meet somebody in person, you're like, well, you're not like that on YouTube, because they faked it to make it. And you get that with YouTube because of its algorithm, okay? Algorithm is geared to those points. And I don't encourage to fake it to make it. I encourage you to be you, be real, present your stuff the best you can, because you got more dignity than that. You know, you're a man one time, you know. But sadly, the world is pointing to that. Oh, cool. Down trains. I appreciate that. You helping them out. Today I bought the. Oh, cool, 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 Bailey. Hell yeah. Hello, Damon. Yep. Thanks. You're welcome, train. Just keep getting it, man. Of course, again, if you can clear up that lighting and whatever you got going on, the algorithm is going to point to that. It's just the way it is. It sucks, you know. Hell yeah, downstairs. I appreciate that. And that's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. That's why you see a lot of good people and people with good layouts that quit YouTube, because um, they put their stuff out there and it's not doing the way they think it would do, and it should do better than what it is. But again, the algorithm does not work that way. Yes, sir, Damon. Look right here. That's weathered. You see them wheels? When we get the oh shit, we got a derailment on that Walthers. Boy, I was trying to fix it on the fly. It's going to come underailed. Damn it. It's been a while. I ain't had no trouble with that. Oh, it's about to come off. No, it didn't fix itself. Let me turn it off. Shit. Shit. YouTube don't like me saying shit. Hold on. Shit. You hate that? Oh, man. Yeah, so that's the gist of it, man. I hope you do good with your channel, my friend. Hold on, let's see. You accidentally bought a DCC locomotive while I run DC. What do I do? You accidentally bought a DCC locomotive. Well, you can either sell it or return it and get you a DC. Probably be your best bet. Or if you have any experience with taking that thing apart and pulling the decoder out and wiring it straight to the motor, that would be your last scenario of choice. I would try to sell it or return it. I would eat the shipping. Sometimes we gotta take a loss, and I would eat the shipping. Bill. Yeah. So, yeah. That sucks though. I hate that for you, man. I do stuff like that every once in a while. Ooh, that train jerked hard. Okay. She's running again. Yeah, you got me a little Dr. Pepper, man. No Crown, no alcohol tonight. There we go. Back at it. So there you have it, guys. It's like the title, search around, find you some good deals. You know, you're just gonna have to look because there's good deals out there. And I'm gonna show somebody had asked the weathering, but you can see. Let me go over here. You'll see it better. Oh. We go Wednesday night, man. Cold. Okay, so there's some weathering. There you go. I believe in weathering locomotives. I just think it brings out way more to them, you know. It brings a lot more out in them than just leaving them plain. That BNSF needs to be weathered, though. It's got to come around to doing it. I got videos of me weathering, simplistic weathering, and you can do it with a paintbrush, chalks, powders, or airbrushing. I airbrush a lot of my stuff. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, Bill. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had to fire these little locomotives up. I ain't ran them in a minute since the cold blast we had, the Arctic blast. And as you can see, things are running great. Yeah, true, downstairs. That is what's up. You could put a lot of money in a railroad like this, man. I don't even want to know what I got in this. I got a shit ton in it. This is a good view. See it, how it... I'm always afraid to weather mine because I think they will get ruined while painting. Nah, they're not going to get ruined. And do it with acrylic, and you and keep you like a little wet cloth so you can wipe them down if you don't like it. You can't mess weathering up. I'm sorry, you can't. Weathering is so simple, and as long as you keep your streaks going up and down vertical, you can't go wrong at all. You know. Rust color, black wash, a little bit of tan or brown goes a long ways on locomotives. Those colors right there, you good to go. Yep, they're both Walthers. Bill, you're welcome, Damon. Nine by 12. Well, that's good. Yeah. This is a building. I built this building dedicated to my RC construction. That's what the building was built for, and it grew into the train layout. But yeah, I used to have my RC construction in here. No, I don't think so, Henry. No British stock. No British stock. Not looking forward to getting any different. No, not really. Happy with what I got. I'll buy a car or two here and there. As far as locomotives, I'm not trying to spend too much money in that anymore. I have plenty of locomotives. Right now, I'm just want to be focused on adding more into the layout, but it's almost there. We got a lot done with this layout. Thank you, Henry. So yeah, this layout is in the comfort stage where I could just lay back and chill out, and but I do need to clean up in here. I want to do some more rearranging up in here, get rid of a lot of this, put my welding machine back in my shop, and I want to do something on that back wall. Not train wise, maybe put me a shelf or something. A lot of money, but unlimited playtime. Yeah, yeah. And again, trains are laid back. You know, they're laid back. The niche of the hobby is laid back, and you know, something that you can look and enjoy and run through what you created. My most favorite, damn, I think I answered that many times. What is it? Probably be the 90 Mac. You know, yeah, probably be the 90 Mac. No, it's not downstairs. I didn't make it to that point yet. Oh, do you? Flying Scotsman, awesome. Yep, electric DC power. It's, you know, you can see the rails here. You know, you got a positive and a hot, you know. I have one, David. I have one Canadian train. And that was gave to me by a subscriber of the channel. And it's a Walthers. That's what got me into running Walther locomotives, to see how good, when he gave me that one, that was a used locomotive, and how good they ran. And Walthers is just coming up, man. Walthers came a long ways. To me, they're almost leading. You know, Athearn and scale trains are nice, but Walthers runs superb. I told this story a bunch of times where this locomotive had derailed right here, and it was spinning on the track. It was stuck on the track because it derailed for like 8 hours right here. I don't know how I didn't burn that locomotive up, but it keeps running. So that's another good point to make out how awesome these locomotives run. One of my most favorite locomotives is the EMD 93, and the real one in Wichita, Kansas is finally getting rebuilt. Oh, cool, Damon. You're finally rebuilding it, huh? Hell yeah. A cheaper, Bill. Walthers is way cheaper. Let's say like a Walthers like this, you know, is running around 169 bucks, you know, before shipping, DC, and an Athearn is probably around 200, something like that. It's not much of a difference, but it is a difference. But lately they have went down. Prices are going down. I guess they're figuring out finally that people are going to eBay, train shows, and people are not going to spend their money where they don't need to spend it. You know, people can get a used locomotive in good shape like new for a cheaper price. They will. It's common sense. And these companies are, I think, you know, it's just my assumption, these companies are like, buddy, we need to go down because people ain't buying them. You know, the shit was expensive. They're running like 300 and something bucks for a DCC and sound at one point. No, not this one, Yummers. We have no speakers in these. These are straight DC. They just pick straight power from the tracks and it goes. DCC, like here, it's got sound. This one has speakers. A bunch of these have speakers. But what you need for that is a special control, such as the NC Power Cab. It's one of the best out there, the NC Power Cab. But of course, you know, you're going to spend more money getting that, you know, for that system. And that's just a cheap system. The starter system, I mean. So you need that to run the speaker and sound. That I don't know, Damon. Oh, it's getting cold back here. Shit. Definitely encourage save your money where you can, guys. Save your money where you can and search for those prices. I was a sucker for, oh man, I want that one, and I jump on it. Like Tower Hobbies, I don't know if you ever heard of that company. I bought one of those SD60Ms from over there, and at the time I gave like, because I really wanted it, it was like 350 to 60 bucks, 360 for that same locomotive. Like before, I didn't look nowhere else. Before, it would probably run like 310 on eBay, but I was a sucker and jumped on it, you know. Oh, you good, Damon? No problem. So yeah, now you always got to learn to search around. Dueled up, dueled up. So here's the thing. If you're familiar with model railroading, dirty tracks is a thing where, you know, you got to clean your tracks to have good connectivity. I have not cleaned these tracks in over, I would say, a good month, probably about a month. What I do, I condition the top of my tracks, okay? So I put oil on a rag on a car, and I oil the top rail head. And what that does, it keeps them from anything sticking on it, and it keeps them conditioned, you know. I think Bachman sells a conditioner for it, but I don't use that. I use a regular thin oil. So I don't clean track no more. I just oil the top of those tracks. Granted that when it comes in here, when you just oil it, it'll spin out for like 2 or 3 laps and then it'll catch traction. The bottom of the base is full metal. This is HO scale. The top is plastic. If you don't mind, guys, you hit that like button if you haven't hit it. I appreciate it. No, this is not off my house. This is separate in my backyard. This shed exists about 50 feet from my house. Hello, Ryan. Yeah, I'm a doer. I'm a doer. I'm a worker. I work hard. I don't sit around and play video games. You know, not saying that's bad, but I don't do that. I'll switch the camera around. I'll show you what why the shed exists in the first place. These machines here. I am a machinist. Was a machinist. I haven't cranked these babies up in quite some time, but that was my living for a little while. Till the bottom fell out of that. So I kept doing, and I built this whole other shed. I built this whole shop myself. Yep, I built that too. I welded that. So that's why the shop exists. And I'm at a good point in my life where all this is financially stable, paid for, and I can do this in here. One thing is that Bachman has really fragile handrails. Oh yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Damon. A lot of your locomotives has fragile handrails. Scale trains, I hate their handrails. Athearn, I hate their handrails. Bachman, I can't say because I haven't had too many of those, but I'll take your word for it. And I know what you mean. Uh, Handrails that when you grab they fall off. I hate. I just hate it. Definitely. These Walthers here, the handrails on these Walthers are A plus 100. They do not come off. Yeah, yeah, Yummer. It does. Yep, it does. I'll show you how it does. Like right here, I have my power pack. I'm just gonna turn it off. Okay, so I turn it off. You know, my power goes to two wires underneath the part of the layout here with some little clips. It just clips on there, and you adjust the power, and it gives power to your tracks, and it picks up through your metal wheels. There's pickups in there. Okay, and the little wires, they got two wires here that goes into the motor here, and there's two wires here for each side that goes into the motor here. Picks power up, and it goes. That's simple. DCC is not so simple as that. DCC has, again, the power pickups from the bottom, but it goes through a board on top. Then it goes to your motor. So if you over amp your shit, you can burn out your DCC decoders, which I see a lot of people do, and they wonder why their decoders burn up. People blame that on the companies, but the whole time they don't know how to put protection on their layouts on DCC. So if you're running DCC, better put protection. Whoop! Drop something. A paint can. I'm from Louisiana. Always reach for the fuel tank. Yep, Bill, you're right. True. That's something I don't want to try, Alex. I've did that in DCC and ran it on DC, and I burned up decoders. So I don't know. I don't know about all that. DC and DCC is two different kind of power. Maybe some do, but I've had bad luck with that. What is the point of DCC then? A protection for the motors only? No, the point of DCC is to control them through a digital form of power. So DC is direct current. DCC is it's a different kind of power. It's a digital power. So it's not the same. You can't even measure DCC in DC. You have to measure like through AC, and it still don't give you the right rating because it's a different wavelength of power. Okay, so direct current, DCC, totally two different things. And what it does, it allows you to give commands to the decoder through your system. So you can have a horn, you can control the light, you can control more than one locomotive at one time, giving it different commands because of the decoders that's in it. It's almost like a RC type deal, but it's totally different from DC. Yeah, graffiti, yeah. Soundtrack DC trains with my MRC dual throttle. Dang. Do you have to switch that over to some kind of switch or something? That's the first I heard of that. So last year I got the Athearn Genesis up SD70M for 125 in really good shape, just missing a cable and a lift ring. Oh, that's all right. Hell yeah, Damon. That's not bad. That's cheap, bro. I still need to convert my old Spectrum Amtrak to DCC. All right, yeah. So yeah, Yummers, I hope that answered your question. That's how, again, DCC is totally different from DC. If you put a DCC locomotive, most of your DCC locomotives on DC, and turn it on, it will just hum. It's just it's a different kind of power. There's a setting in the decoder to allow analog. Oh, okay. Okay. So there's the switch. Okay. So there is a switch. All right. I went to Amherst Train Show. Oh, did you? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I heard of that show before. One of the CV settings. Okay, Alex. Well, thank you for that information. I'll have to look into that. That's how I burnt a big boy up. I burnt a BLI big boy up running on DC. And I don't think they had a switch in it, or as I don't think they did, and it burnt it. But yeah, that's cool. Good to know. Shit. Got snow. Yeah, we got ice over here. We didn't get snow. We got ice. And again, I'll point this out again. We're around 30, around 28 degrees right now. It's dark out, and these trains are running just beautiful. Thank you, Caden. Oh, your train was canceled. Damn it. Yeah, I've always said this. We don't have train shows around here. So what I do, I just go and I tap and click. And I take my debit card out and swipe, or, type my numbers in and wait for my locomotive to come in my front door. No heat. We have no heat in here. You can see it's just a skin sheeted shop. We define everything that people say that you can't have and can't do, and it defies all that. They full of shit. It just works. Yeah, it's pretty cold in here. Oh yeah, you can see those tracks. This is good to go. Yeah, look, I told you, there's just a skin sheeted building. There's no insulation. I'm a man. I can handle the cold. I was on the Amtrak Lakeshore Limited. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, it gets really hot in the summer and it gets really cold in the winter. And two great scenarios to run trains and to show that you can do it. And I'm kind of glad it's like this, because every time somebody says, oh, that's not going to work, it works. So yeah, and I'm not spending no more money on putting ceilings or anything in here. I got bigger fish to fry. 11 degrees in New Jersey in my basement. Kerosene here has been burning since. All right, nice and comfy in there, eh? That's what I'm talking about, Bill. Hell yeah. The only thing that got heat is my fish. So, see my fish down there? See? That's Meg. See, there's Meg. And that's Skimpy. And they're at, they're around 72 degrees right now. Ooh, they're doing good. Let's feed them. So yeah, my channel, if y'all don't know by now, but my channel, the heart of my channel is always based on what people think you can't do, and we do. I've always been like that since day one, and that's what HO Powertrain strives on. Yeah, Alex, hell yeah. It just proves that you can do it, you know. And you hear a lot of information out there that's not accurate and correct, and we make it happen, you know. It's good to be like that because it shows people that it doesn't have to be so perfect, you know. Okay, Caden, you have HO. That's what I'm talking about. And again, since when the world is perfect? Don't exist. Ooh, she's pulling slow, guys. Oh, cool, Caden. Yeah, check out the channel. Y'all feel free to browse around. They got a lot of cool tips and tricks, especially in the shorts. You know, they got a lot going on in the channel with 1.1 thousand videos of just trains. And we're slowly putting our heavy equipment onto here because in this spring I'll be going out that door, and I'll go around and show you what I'll be doing. Amtrak. I think I have an old junky one that's no more good somewhere. And we'll be running our dozer. So I got a mine out there and I'll be running this baby. You have Cato Unitrack set up on my basement floor. Oh yeah, Bill, I remember you saying that. Yeah. You get to run your favorite locomotives like that, eh? So a while ago, my Ather and Genesis fell on the table and took no damage at all. Damn, you got lucky, Damon. Damn. I think I had 2 or 3 to fall off my floor. I mean, off my layout into the floor and shatter into pieces. A big boy, okay. Oh, yeah, Caden, yeah, the money. I hear that, brother. Oh, yeah, Bill, yeah, sweet, yeah. Yeah, my wife's been on me. She's like, when you gonna run those things? I'm like, yeah, I've been having the itch to run my hydraulics. What was stopping me for a while was building this layout, number one, but also the battery issue for that. Batteries are expensive for those things. 4014, big boy, seen it. Oh, cool, Caden. That was a pleasure to see that, eh? So we have to pull it slow like that. I'm pretty sure I can get a little bit more speed out of it. But when you're pulling around a helix, trains can come off. So you gotta kind of pull it slow. Yeah, it's a big one. Oh, cool, Bill. Thank you. How many volts in the train room now? Oh, it's not many. It ain't many volts. Probably, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not sure. It's not a lot. I should have a voltmeter on it. Let me bump it up. I would say maybe 10 volts on 2 trains. But that's just an assumption. Ooh, man, it's getting cold in here. There you go. And with all this cold, we don't have no constricting of the tracks. Badass, bro. I did all those loads myself. I did that with some ballast, medium grade ballast, and I painted it black. I have some 3D printed loads coming up, and some straws that I put as a pipe load. Kind of give you a once over like this. Big train empire. This is my little kingdom here of trains. that I come and hang my hat on after work. High hood, no high hoods. That was a lot of resin, and that was a pain in the ass to pour. I gotta clean it. In the 50s, all right, Bill. Yeah, we're supposed to warm up pretty soon over here. Ooh, that's a nice visual look here. That blue, I love that blue from the submarine. Oh man. You know, the Walter, the tough motherfucker. Yeah, hell yeah, all Walthers, man. Look, see, that's a CN right there that my buddy gave me. That's what got me loving Walthers there. And that one there is bulletproof. You ain't hurting that locomotive. I highly recommend Walther locomotives. Again, Athearn will be my second go-to. So forth and so on, but Walthers is my go-to locomotives. I say, well, why do you like Walthers so much? And it's like very simple. Like, come over here and you look at these grades, you look at these radiuses. This track is not perfect in some spots. It has dips. It's just crazy grades everywhere around, and those locomotives are the only ones that run 100%, 100 proof. Athearn is close now, but it ain't gonna be the Walthers on this layout. That's how I test locomotives. Hello, Max. Hey, Dragon Boy. That's how I test locomotives here. And again, if you see the bigger guys testing just on flat track and a regular oval, that's not testing locomotives. That's running locomotives. That's not testing locomotives. True test is putting them through the paces. Walther's slow speed is better than Atlas in my opinion. Atlas can get jerky sometimes, especially on turnout. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I had a couple little spots with Atlas. But I'm telling you, man, these 6-axle locomotives, Walthers, I put them against anything. They run great. And I think that's like a 22 car train I'm pulling, 23 car. I think I could pull I can pull as many as I have, you know, I just got to get more. So what gets it for me is when it starts doing the climb into the helix. That's what I love to see. That's where you're really getting into the paces. So the climb starts right behind that piece of board, and it starts climbing. And once it starts getting into that climb and starts pulling into this radius here, that's where things are going to test your locomotive. It's going to say yes or no right here, because things are not perfect here. Yep, Walthers, the god of trains. It is, man. Walthers is booming. Their new stuff is straight up. True, Damon. True. Oh, yeah. Well, guys, we're pretty much with our hour. And I'm just, truth be told, I'm just freezing my ass off in here. And look, my trains are still running great. As cold as it is in here. That's all right. A cat, yeah. My Mimi, it always begs for something. So guys, there it is. You can see we're running great. Hope this live stream was informational, especially about saving money, shopping around, and how the prices are getting better. All you have to do is look around and realistically do what you can do. Okay, do what you can do. Do what you can afford. You know, test things out and just save your money and make it go as far as you can. Okay. That's through experience, and I think you'll go a long ways by doing that. So that's it. Peace out, soldiers. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, guys. You too, Bill. Good night. Yeah, have a good one.